Now, Stephen, considering this, I remember during the pandemic, I was reporting on the bankruptcy and the restructuring and the investors and all the prepackaging. To go from that to this is quite remarkable. You're making good money.
We're making very good money, and we are very much alive and well past the bankruptcy and the restructuring. This is a company now that has 500,000 cars in the U.S., nearly 1 million if you look across the whole expanse of the Hertz organization. We are really taking a number of bold initiatives, particularly around electric vehicles, and working to dramatically improve the experience of our customer. And I think it's paying off. And we happen, obviously, to be in a moment of a very heated travel demand. You're hearing that across the patch, whether it's airlines, hotels, or ourselves in the rental car business. And so it's a very interesting time at a really sort of changing moment for the rental car industry broadly.
What will be the fighting ground between yourself and your competitors in the future? Because clearly, I always remember Bob Crandall, you remember him from American Airlines. He used to say, look, we all fly the same metal tubes. It's what you do inside them that matters. Where you send them that matters. Now, de facto, you're all renting roughly the same cars. You've all got, particularly at major locations, you're all on the same lots in some shape or form. So what's the fighting ground going forward?
Well, I would say, the observation that Crandall made back then is, of course, in some sense true. You need to distinguish the experience that you're offering to your customer. But I would tell you that I think Hertz is standing apart from the competition in a couple of ways. Perhaps the most significant is we're giving our customers a broader choice of vehicle, including electric vehicles. And we aim to have our fleet at about 25% electric by the end of 2024. That's a very distinguishing characteristic. We are now offering more than anyone the choice to take up in an electric vehicle. And that kind of choice matters. Secondly, we have broadened out the customer base. It is, of course, classically leisure customers that still do the lion's share of business with us, as do corporate customers. But we're now renting cars and principally electric vehicles to Uber and Lyft drivers who are finding it a profitable venture to rent a car from Hertz as opposed to own it. And so we're setting ourselves apart from the competition, both in terms of choice and equally in the context of expanding our business focus to a range of different customer sets.
Right, now EV charging, which of course you're going into in a big way, that's not only charging your own cars, but these Uber and Lyft driver cars. But you were telling me before we went on air, where you make the money on this is not from the charging.
No, I mean, the principal focus around the charging network and our interest in it has all to do with facilitating what is the mainstay of our business, which is we rent cars. And we want that experience to be an excellent one. And we are at the edge, as I said to you before, of the rental car industry in terms of the introduction of electric vehicles, again, across a whole range of different customers. To make that business large, to enable it to grow across customer segments, it is important that there develop a broad nationwide charging network, obviously not just in the United States, but abroad and in all of the markets. And Hertz is an interesting partner for those that have ambition to be involved in the development of the charging network. And that is we have and sit on property in proximity to 90% of the U.S. population. And we know in the U.S. where 500,000 cars are going. And as they become increasingly electric, it matters. And so what we want to do, Richard, and I said this to you when we met earlier, is charging for the sake of charging is of interest to us, not in the context of where we make our money, but as a facilitating force to grow an electric fleet that can become and will be a profitable and very large venture for us.
If I think, though, to the other avenues in which you can, at 1 million cars, that's a lot of cars. But the ability to, for example, I think it was Avis who bought Zip, and then the car sharing programs. Now you're doing it to an extent with offering cars for Uber and Lyft drivers. But can you imagine going further into the consumer sector, or is that simply because you do leasing on fleets for corporate fleets, but is that just not worth it? Is it too much trouble to do it individually?
No, I don't think any of these initiatives are trouble at all. I think they just need to prove out as business models that are worthy of pursuing. I can look across the rental car space, and obviously there are the majors, including ourselves, but equally there are smaller players, some of which you refer to, that have different twists, different turns on the model. Some that are renting other people's cars, some that have cars that are being picked up on the street. I think for a company like Hertz, and given our size, we could pursue any one of those in the context of, an offset, if you will, or an element of our overall business. The model needs to play itself out. We're obviously a company of great scale. We can offer to a customer more than any one of the smaller players the opportunity for one-way rental, or the opportunity to choose between an electric vehicle or a combustion engine car. We can offer people opportunities to rent in many, many locations around the world, and we do that with reliability. That's a distinguishing characteristic relative to some of the smaller players, but that's not to say that they are not engaged in business models that could well be of interest to us and that we could pursue.
All right. Good to see you, sir. I'm grateful. 1 million cars. Thank you very much.